This was an unabashed recruitment call to people to help spy on Putin and the Kremlin's actions. Well, I think it was interesting that the head of MI6 decided to make his final speech as C, as he's nicknamed within the intelligence agency, in Turkey. He not only has a very close affinity with Turkey, he came here in his early 20s and learnt Turkish, learnt how to speak Turkish, returned as ambassador, but he clearly sees Turkey as pivotal to peace in a number of different ways. He issued a warning, and the big warning was that Russia is a problem with President Putin. He called him a liar, said he lies to the world, he lies to the people, he lies about the possibility of victory. And he used his speech to sort of make a clarion call to the international community. He didn't name any of them, but he was clearly speaking to Britain, Europe and America to hold their nerves, and said, if you hold your nerves, there will be victory, because right at the moment, as far as he assesses and the intelligence agency assesses, he doesn't have the wherewithal, the power to succeed. He's bluffing, basically, and without the help of China and Iran, he wouldn't be in the position he's in, which he doesn't necessarily see the outcome as Putin's victory, because he says he has no intention of doing a deal with President Zelensky and the Ukrainians, because he wants territory, wants sovereignty, and as far as MI6 believes, Putin doesn't recognize Ukraine as a sovereign nation.
In recent weeks, Russia has stepped up its attacks on civilian targets still further. And there can be no equivalence between the suffering of the aggressor and the victim, but it's absolutely clear that Putin's lack of concern for human life extends also to his own people. Russia has incurred more than 1 million casualties, a quarter of them killed, as poorly trained troops from Russia's poorest regions are fed into the meat grinder. Every sane person wants the killing to stop. I applaud the efforts of President Trump to resolve the conflict, President Zelensky for his willingness to make very difficult compromises, and European leaders working to achieve a just and lasting peace. However, I have seen absolutely no evidence that President Putin has any interest in a negotiated peace short of Ukrainian capitulation. He is stringing us along.
This was an unabashed recruitment call to people to help spy on Putin and the Kremlin's actions, and that's why he used this launching of the dark web to call on Russians to basically come and spy on your leader. What's going on? Come, we'll keep you safe, he said. To those men and women in Russia who have truths to share and the courage to share them, I invite you to contact MI6. You'll be working to bring peace to our continent, to protect the long-term interests, redeem the honor of your country, and we will do everything in our power to keep you safe. So although this was a call everywhere, it was very specifically talking to Russian citizens to come and help them by joining this dark web portal. But he also, and I thought it was very interesting, this part he said in Turkish, he warned about Gaza and how Gaza was creating probably long-term global insecurity, not yet realized, but was going to be fueling global radicalization. And he said in Turkish that and I thought it was significant that they said this in Turkish and not in English. We both share, this is Britain and Turkey, the same abhorrence of the bestial depravity of October the 7th and dismay at the appalling suffering of innocent Palestinians in Gaza that has followed. And we believe that only a two-state solution will deliver lasting security and prosperity for Israeli and Palestinians alike. Interesting that he identified the war that Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine has caused and the bombardment of Gaza as the two big issues which are likely to cause insecurity, not just for Britain, but globally.